And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening as we await snowpocalypse, allegedly. My buddy is in the upstate. He is the best damn Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How's everybody doing tonight?
Watching the my little setup here. I'm watching the AFC divisional game with Buffalo and the Ravens, and the Ravens just ran Derrick Henry out of the Wildcat. Holy shit! Can you imagine having Derrick Henry in the Wildcat, and if they're running the option with freaking Lamar Jackson as the running back, that's what they just do at Buffalo. Pretty funny.
I don't think I'd be wanting to tackle that.
I don't think you want to tackle Derrick Henry. I don't think you can tackle Lamar Jackson. He is that dynamic of a player. Oh, big turnover.
That's Lamar Sellers.
Lamar Sellers. Holy shit.
Yeah, Lamar Sellers. Lenoris Jackson.
Yeah. Out of the end there. Andrews, a pass to Andrews from Jackson on the money. Andrews goes to make the turn. Fumbles the football. And Buffalo now with up 24-19. I didn't know you were behind me, Jackpot. Sorry about that.
What's that?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought I heard the play-by-play behind you. I was like, I hope I didn't ruin that for you. Sorry about that.
No, yeah, that's Uncle Lou.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
he doing play-by-play.
So there's that for you. I thought tonight we could look at the national championship game a little bit, and we're going to do a stream tomorrow on that.
Yep.
Go after some stuff tomorrow night. We'll see how that works out. It's the final game of the college football season. Why not? So, anyway, make sure you get your entries in to the Callaway's Bowl Pick'em Challenge. We're going to crown a champion tomorrow night live here on the show. G-Man says I had a parlay of Chiefs 9.5 and Commanders plus 8.5 and would have won 4 times my money. Absolute bullshit. Yeah, you should have just stayed with the original Chiefs line of 8 because that's where they were. Anyway. Anyway, look. I thought we'd look at some stuff tonight, Jackpot. They played, and I don't know, little dibble dabble here, dibble dabble there. If that's cool with you.
Okay.
Did you have something you wanted to get into? Did you want to talk hoops first, where the Gamecocks fell apart in Oklahoma? And
oh yeah,
I mean, we could do that first.
Don't remind me. What a fucking joke.
Well, I wasn't trying to rub your nose in it, but they were right there with it, and then all of a sudden they had
They had the lead in the second half.
Yeah, and they just went to shit, man. It was stupid.
Yeah, that write-up over on the Gamecock 24/7 site made it out like they got blown out. I mean, which by the final score they did, but I mean they had come back and taken the lead in the second half with like 12 minutes to go.
Yeah,
I was looking good on that. Then all of a sudden, I mean, in no time they're down. And I mean, this white kid, true freshman, white kid. Rubbing their nose in it. What the fuck? The team just they don't move the ball well. They don't play complementary basketball well. They're just dysfunctional. Not good. Foul shooting is some of the worst I've seen in God knows how long. And they turn the fucking ball over like somebody's paying them to do it.
Yeah, once again, you don't have a point guard, and that without a point guard, that's like what Murray Boyles. I just read something today where he's rated number 19 on the big draft board for ESPN as far as the NBA. So it's like you've got at least one big cog there that's talented, but you don't have a point guard to bring the ball up the floor, and you can't shoot free throws. You're not going to win very many games like that.
He kind of sucks. I mean, but he's not really contributing anything. Points wise, I mean, I don't know.
I think he's the team's leading scorer, Jackpot, isn't he? I don't know.
No, the leading scorer is the one that's hurt. Whatever his name is. The transfer. He's a transfer from Norfolk State. He's the leading scorer, or he was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Murray Boyles is right now. Octavian says, "Be a Clemson fan." No, why don't you be a Florida State fan?
Yeah, I got nothing. Anyway, Clemson went up to Pittsburgh and won their game, and they're looking pretty spiffy right now. They were a slight underdog heading into that matchup up there in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh came into that thing. Let's see here. What is Pittsburgh's record? I can't remember. They looked solid at one point, or maybe I'm thinking of another team here, but
They're like 12-5 or something, I think.
yeah, they've lost 4 straight, so they're now in conference play. They are 3-4.
Sounds like their football team.
Yeah, Clemson is 7-1 in conference play, 15-4 overall. Pitt is 12-6 now. So yeah, they're right there in the mix, jackpot. Clemson's right there at the top of the league standings. When you look at the schedule, I can't remember who Clemson plays next. That loss to Louisville kind of stings right now, but I mean they're still at the top of the conference. But if you go to where is it? I'm looking at the schedule here, but what the hell is going on with this thing? It doesn't tell me like every whatever. This is stupid. So anyway, like Clemson's got Duke here before long at Clemson, and you know Duke is the best team in the conference. If Clemson can at least be competitive with them, we'll learn a little bit more about Clemson heading that way. But I think an NIT bid is the shot now for South Carolina, in my opinion. With won a game in conference, I mean, if they rally to make the NIT, that would be a good season there, jackpot.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Clemson to start shitting the bed a little bit. Octavian says Gamecock basketball is sorry. Oh, you know what? Somebody could set it up on a blind date with Florida football, and they could probably go out with each other and have quite a lot in common. They might find out.
It's hard for me to deal with these Florida people when the Florida coach was accused of some sexual assault nonsense, and then they had what
happened to that? I guess I just swept that under the rug.
I mean everything gets swept under the rug down there. But
I guess that didn't happen. No,
you have to be, assaulting somebody to be worth a shit at Florida is the way it looks. So,
who they lose to last week? Mizzou? Is that who it was?
Yeah, Mizzou got him. If I remember correctly. Yeah. Kentucky Blue Balls channel says they'll play Arkansas and Calipari in the NIT. By the way, Calipari, he's got that team full of, typical Kentucky team that he had. He's got all these stars, and they're not worth a fuck, jackpot.
No.
They really are. Oh, you could talk about all the talent. All those guys will be drafted and playing for the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets and all that, teams that suck in the NBA. These two, this team's full of that kind of talent, but then they're just the shits. I mean,
I think they lost by about 20 yesterday.
Yeah, we got to get over this illusion that Calipari is a good coach. He's not. He's not a good coach anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, it's always one and dones, and I don't know. They've always been, hyped up based on name recognition, and then they get into conference play every year. They shit the bed. I mean, and it's happened this year too. New coach, same result.
With Kentucky, yeah. North Carolina's 12-7 on the year. That's kind of surprising to me because they had R.J. Davis and all those guys, and they're not.
Maybe what's his name's not the guy.
Yeah, I that. SMU.
A lot of these former players just, I They don't work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Surprises at the top of the ACC include Louisville, in my opinion, they're 14-5. Wake Forest is 14-4, and SMU is 14-4. That's SMU's kind of made their stamp here early in the their first trek around the conference. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, I was looking at the Ohio State schedule, Jackpot. The main breakdown from that: 2 losses on the year. They have 2 losses by a combined 4 points. They lost at Oregon by a point. They also lost to Michigan by 3 points at home.
Yep.
But here's the other thing, though. They played, 3 teams that are currently in the CFP 25. Indiana, they beat by 3 touchdowns. Then they got they've obviously played Oregon, lost that game. They beat Penn State by a touchdown.
And then they played Oregon again, and
right. I did just the regular season. They didn't. Here's the thing, though. We have the whole thing where people bitch about Notre Dame not playing in a conference championship game. Well, Ohio State didn't either. People, I don't know if it's something a lot of people don't think about, but they didn't play in a conference title game either. But
yeah, in a 12-team playoff, you're gonna have quite a few teams that don't.
Yeah. So just a thought there. But they had three games in the regular season against teams that finished in the top 25 for the CFP. In the playoff, I mean, it's been blowout city. They've won by 25, 20, and 14. Just domination once they've gotten to the playoffs. So,
well, this last game wasn't. I mean, it wasn't exactly a domination. I mean, no, they were on the verge of being tied with Texas.
Right.
Before Texas couldn't get the ball, couldn't get a first down, couldn't get in the end zone. And then you had that strip sack to cap it off. So,
But still, double-digit wins in the playoffs down the board. That's pretty solid. Notre Dame's schedule in the regular season, they played 0 teams that are in the top 25. The final CFP top 25. I guess their best regular season win would be, I guess Georgia Tech, maybe on the road at Southern Cal.
The Army they beat Louisville.
Yeah.
The Sun Bowl champs.
Yeah, Louisville, maybe right there in the mix. But there's not a game that really, I guess A&M. You want to give them the A&M as a good win? Because they won there at the beginning of the season.
A&M had a winning record, I guess. So, yeah.
So
the Army and Navy wins were good wins. I mean, you'd have to consider those good wins.
Yeah.
Both teams won their bowls. Both teams were undefeated. So
I think that the Northern Illinois loss was the worst loss of the year between the two teams, but in the end, none of that.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. That's just like the outlier of outliers.
Yeah. All right, so that's what I get when I look at their schedule. I obviously, just on paper, Ohio State played a tougher schedule. Looking at the quarterbacks, just kind of a prep here for that. Riley Leonard, 2,600 yards passing. He also had 866 yards rushing. I didn't realize that. He ran for 16 touchdowns on the ground, threw for 19, so 35 total touchdowns and 8 picks. That's, some interesting numbers there. Let's look at the Ohio State quarterback with Will Howard, who, man, he came on late. He had some big games too. He threw for 3,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. So he averages almost an interception a game. And he ran for 7 touchdowns and almost 170 yards on the ground. So, yeah. I mean, Howard's more of the typical drop back passer guy, and Leonard's one of those.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got the athletes to throw it to. So,
yeah, that too. Anyway, it'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow. Notre Dame is an 8-point favorite, jackpot, and I don't want you to give your pick out here because you're still in the running for the Pick'em Challenge. I'll give out mine. I think Notre Dame, the idea that Notre Dame is not tough enough to play with Ohio State, which is what you read a lot, is silly to me. Notre Dame, they matched up with Georgia, played well in that game. They matched up with Penn State, played well in that game. So the idea that they're not tough enough is funny to me. It's one of those things, though, where you take the underdog in a national championship game and it ends up biting you. I'm going to go with Ohio State, though, and I'm going to give up the 8 points. I want to believe in Notre Dame, but their offense just sputters too much for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, this one's just too close for me to call really that much. But I think Notre Dame can hang with them. In fact, I think they can cover. I don't think they can win, but I think they can cover the spread.
So if you look at Notre Dame's scores throughout the year, right? Other than that crazy loss in Northern Illinois, they won games by 59, 42, 37, 49, 21, 35. I mean, they pretty much blew out everybody that was there. So I don't know. The Georgia win was, obviously really impressive to me because I thought that Georgia was going to get them and they didn't. So, anyway, we'll have plenty of time.
They had a good defensive plan. They shut Georgia down in that game. But Georgia, the Georgia people are going to tell you it's because Carson Beck was hurt. Well, you bitched about Carson Beck all damn year long.
Right.
And you sang the praises of Gunnar Stockton when he won you the SEC championship game. Now it's convenient to use that as an excuse now that we've lost, I guess. But
right. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out for them. You want to talk a minute about the kid at Wisconsin who signed on to the revenue sharing and then all of a sudden said, "Nah, fuck you, I'm transferring to Miami." And now they're claiming tampering and everything else.
I did see a little something about this.
There are two sides to it, and I get that, but my goodness, jackpot, this just looks bad. Hey, I'm going to come there and stay. I mean, he Mike Bobo'd them. That's what he did. Told him, hey, I'm staying, then left. Boom. So, you think there's got to be a way that they can put these kids under. I know it sounds silly. They don't want to do it, but put them under contract where it's like, look, if you're taking – now, he says he didn't get a dime of revenue sharing yet. So if he didn't get any money yet, then technically he didn't get anything.
Right.
But I don't know, jackpot. It's grab a broom, sir. It's a mess.
Exactly.
I don't know how they're going to deal with all that, but Kentucky Blue Ball says they can have Brock Vandergrift back. Okay, sir. That's funny.
Well,
so,
didn't he retire from football or something? I mean,
I don't know. I just
he decided he wasn't going to play anymore. He had such a shitty season at Kentucky. That was such a bad experience playing for them that motherfucker just decided he didn't even want any part of a football field anymore.
Yeah, it's like you made me quit. That's how shitty you are. You made me quit.
Yeah.
There's that. Anyway, we'll bring some folks in, see if they want to join the program. Put the link over here. Do not forget, tomorrow night, we will be doing a live stream of the national championship game. This is actually kind of cool because we don't have a dog in this fight. Jackpot will, he'll pick his whatever, and then we'll go from there. But in all actuality,
I'm gonna be pulling for Rudy. I'm pulling for Rudy tomorrow night. Come on, baby.
All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's Wheezy. Hello, Wheezy.
I'm gonna dress her up. I'm gonna dress her up like a leprechaun tomorrow night.
You got her a leprechaun?
That's you gonna dress her like a little leprechaun? Nah, that would be cute. That'd be a funny idea, but
yeah. I dressed my dog up as a leprechaun, but he's too stupid.
He's too stupid to be a leprechaun. I didn't know it was an IQ requirement there.
I'm telling you, this dumb son of a bitch. We got him from the shelter, and I think the shelter was like, "Oh, look at this guy coming. Let's get the dumbest, deafest dog that we could possibly get, and then go from there."
Nicholas says Rudy is in jail. Is that true?
I don't know if he's in jail or not. I know he didn't pay his taxes. What? He didn't pay his taxes. He got all. Look, I'll read you the story since we're talking about him. Rudy didn't pay. What was the story? Like, he got all this money for, like, right after that. Oh God, it comes up. Let's see. Rudy he got all this money to do these speeches, and didn't pay, like, and I'm not talking like a little bit of money here and there. I mean, it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Oh no, let's see here. Man, from Time. Daniel Rudy Rudiger, is best known as the blah, blah, blah from Notre Dame, was charged with deceiving investors Friday by the Securities and Exchange Commission for his role in a pump and dump stock scheme. Rudiger became the SEC alleged Rudiger used
pump
his
and dump. Okay, I don't.
So pump and dump means that you convince people to buy a stock.
Right.
And then once it goes up really high, then you dump it. So you pump people up to buy it, and then you dump it. You get rid of it, and you make a profit, and they go to hell. But his sports drink company, a scheme that ultimately produced $11 million in ill-gotten gains for Rudiger and a dozen for other defendants. Rudiger agreed to pay $380.
Yeah, a sports drink company.
Yeah, that's what it says.
You remember when Ric Flair had his own energy drink a while back?
Yeah, they still sell them at the up near my gym up here, where the Ric Flair energy drink. I had one and it tasted like asshole.
It didn't have like mushrooms or something in it. It was
some sort of mushrooms in it or something, some mushroom composite. And it was just really bad.
So they still. Oh God!
Yeah,
where's this place at that they had it?
They had it in the you go to my gym or whatever, and they have like the big cooler with they got all the energy drinks and Gatorade and Fit Aid and all that shit in there. But they had Ric Flair's energy drinks there, and they are terrible. I bought one. I was like, man, these are fucking terrible.
Are they called Woo energy drinks?
Yeah, Woo energy drinks. Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, he's still got it on the website. It's wooenergy.com. Let's see here. Let's see. If you go to shop now, here are the flavors, Jackpot. They have strawberry banana, pineapple berry, dragon fruit, and lemon. And then they have a Ric Flair wheeling and dealing hat. I had the strawberry banana, and it tasted like like just terrible. Terrible. So
Jerry said Utz needs to delve into sports drink flavored chips.
yeah.
I wish we had the right to distribute Takis. So
My daughter
we
loves
don't have anything geared toward. That's why Frito-Lay does so much better. We don't have anything geared toward kids. I mean, they got the whole, all the fucking wild flavors of Cheetos and Doritos and all this bullshit, and we have nothing like that.
Billy says Utz energy chips. Yeah. I don't know. Watching these guys trying to tackle Lamar Jackson is just funny as shit.
I wish they'd start handing the ball off to Derrick Henry some more.
How many yards does he need, Jackpot? How many yards does he need?
Pay
the jackpot.
He needs. Hold on a second. Oh no, not that one. He needs. Damn it! Sorry, 131.
131, and where's he at right now? I know he was at 90 something earlier, but he may have more than that now. But hold on, I'm looking at this.
84.
Oh God, he needs a break run to pay the.
Yeah, he's having a shitty night. Fucker. Fucking fucker. I should have had that one for Saquon Barkley. I had him at 100 and whatever I told you earlier, 137.
Yeah.
I could have jacked that thing way the hell up there with him, but
Well, so since you cashed on that one, you should be. Will you break even if Henry doesn't make it, or are you going to be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I should make money. I should have ran it up there on him, but I mean, you never know. I mean, the snow was like the X factor. I wouldn't, that you don't ever know what you're going to get with that. How these players are going to play in it. So,
Jay Rice says, "Jackpot. Me and my son like watching your food reviews.
Cool.
I can tell you this: the wife sent me one of the ones you did on TikTok." And it inspired us to go get hot dogs. We made our own hot dogs one night.
I like trolls.
So,
hello. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Jaden.
This little excerpt from that restaurant. They posted this up on their Facebook page. This was one day ago. Summer's Restaurant says, "Good morning, all. I cannot use the term Newberry anymore because we have gained so many out-of-town friends. We want to thank everyone who has seen our TikTok and traveled all different distances. That means a lot to a small business like ours. Thank you for being patient with all of our staff while we are navigating this new journey. With that being said, it is show up and show out Saturday. Let's finish off this weekend with a bang. Come in to eat and enjoy the food and atmosphere. Bring your friends or take it to go. Enjoy the comfort of your home."
They could have given you a shout out, Jackpot.
Well, they did. Well, on their Facebook page the other day, they linked the TikTok, and they were kind of bragging about.
Hey, thanks to the Chunky Man for coming down here and sampling our stuff. We appreciate your coverage, sir.
Yeah.
Why not give Jackpot some love there? So,
wow.
Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That was a good review you did. The hamburger looked really good.
It was all good. I mean, it was all good except for those French fries, and they weren't bad. I mean, they were just They didn't have any. They didn't have any.
Fries looked like you could get them anywhere.
They were just typical old French fries it's the kind you get from the frozen food department. And just dump out of a bag into whatever, into the grease or whatever. It's nothing special about those, but they could do something different. There are some places that actually have like hand cut French fries and stuff like that, but I mean they don't. Apparently this little place is short staffed all the time. They're always got things on their Facebook page that they're hiring, and we need somebody. They got to sign up. When I went there, they needed somebody to work such and such shifts, if you're available this day, fill out application. So yeah, that doing hand cut French fries when you're trying to do all that other stuff probably is time consuming, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, and it's work to do the hand cut stuff because you got to cut the potatoes and soak them, and
we might this might be going to overtime, so we still could see a Derrick Henry.
From Derrick Henry.
Yeah, give him
Lamar
something.
Jackson has all day. Look at that! What a throw!
Yeah, he does have all day to make these damn throws. He's got all day. He's got all day to sit out there and pick out receivers. Just must be nice.
Well, I mean, some of it's got to do with his feet too. If you notice, he's constant. He's not like he's bobbing, bobbing all over the place. He can. It's like he feels the pressure somewhat, and then he's able to scramble around and just make big plays.
No. Oh man. Man.
Let me see what the play is, Jackpot. I can do the play-by-play on it here. Jackson in the shotgun, snaps back, option to the right. Jackson goes for the throw. Oh, and the fumble on the 1 yard line. Andrews, who just had the fumble earlier, could not come up with the catch. And it looks like the Buffalo Bills, barring craziness with the onside kick, are going to win.
Blame it on the fucking snow.
Brother, he hit him. There's nowhere. Look at this. Look at the flip, the left hand there. I mean, he hit him right in the damn breadbasket, Jackpot.
Okay, this score is 27-25. This team, Baltimore is going to go for an onside kick. What game does this remind you of? This is South Carolina and Alabama.
Yeah. Billy says, we all please recognize Big Barney Ross.
That's going to end up with Lamar Jackson throwing a fucking interception.
Respectfully, I didn't want to put Big Barney Ross's business out there, sir. So, if he wants us, if he says we could talk about it, then we'll talk about it. But I didn't want to put his business out there. So, but Big Barney Ross hit a big, huge parlay yesterday. And I don't know if he wants us to tell me how much money he made. I don't know. So I didn't want to do that to him. But that's up to him. If he says we can talk about it, I'll mention it over here because it was actually
somebody might be hitting him up trying to get him to donate him $10 to buy certain things.
Buy baby wipes or whatever.
Yeah, but you ain't right.
I ain't right. Really? You want to run your mouth to me and you're talking about how I'm not right? Get the fuck out of here.
You ain't right.
Anyway.
Right.
All right. Well, if Big Barney Ross doesn't care,
They pay me $10. I need some shit paper.
Yeah. You send us $10 for shit paper, both of us. There you go.
Shit paper.
Yeah.
We're going to have for Taco Tuesday, and then if it snows here, I might get snowed in. I'm not going to be able to get shit paper.
All right. I'm going to read what Big Barney Ross he put it on at sea. He said he doesn't care. So there you go. I don't feel bad about it now.
Oh, so he don't care. He don't care.
He don't care. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown score. Zach Ertz, anytime touchdown score. And Jameson Williams, anytime touchdown score. So for all three of those to happen, it was plus 1785. And he bet $300 on that. And he won $5,355. That is crazy good. Crazy stuff.
That's not that bad of a bet, really.
It's not. I mean, he won enough money that he could add some stuff to the Far T ranch out there, or the Far T farm. So we'll see. But a hell of a pull there, Big Barney Ross. Hell of a pull.
Mm-hmm.
So the Buffalo Bills, we're going to go on to play the Kansas City Chiefs up in Kansas City. Buffalo finishes the season. It looks like they're going to finish the season 9-0. Yeah. I messaged him when he messaged me about it last night. I told him, what's the comment we had? Hold on, he said we could talk about it. I said, he says he can eat at McDonald's now. I can go afford McDonald's drive-through now and get a Big Mac, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, really. They get a Big Mac celebration.
So there you go. Anyway, we'll put the link out here one more time if you guys want to join us. If not, we're just going to call it a show because we're going to be at it tomorrow night anyway. Make sure you guys show up for tomorrow night's show. I don't want to just be sitting there and Jackpot and I twiddling our thumbs watching Rudy play Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here with my pecker in my hand.
Yeah, I didn't want to go that route, but
well, I mean, sometimes that can be fun, but yeah, it's gonna be a busy night tomorrow night. A lot of people will be live streaming that game, and that's cool. Maybe they'll show up over here and show some love. It is be the last live stream of the season. It's just, even though we've had we've had the playoffs and that. So this season, most seasons seem like they fly by. This season does seem like it's kind of drug on. Be honest with you. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to miss it, but I am kind of glad to see it end. To be honest with you, so we can reset and retool and get ready for 2025. You know.
Yeah. I have. Oh, here we go. This is Jackpot out tomorrow night.
Why don't you hold your dicks for a minute? We'll be done here in a second.
I mean, the season's still. We still have one more game to play, and it seems like a year ago that we played our last game.
Yeah.
You know.
Octavian, welcome to the program.
What's going on? What's going on, buddy?
Good to hear from you, sir. Are you calling us from the Popeyes?
Oh no, I'm at my other job here. Sitting here.
Oh, okay. So you have more than that's cool. Octavian's a worker guy, man. He works at Popeyes and then he has another job, Jackpot. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Hard working man.
Yeah.
You know, I feel sorry for your Gamecocks, Carolina on the Jackpot. You know, y'all need to get rid of Lamont Paris.
He just took him to the championship.
I mean, he almost won 30 games last year.
Yeah, that was a fluke. Bro. That was a fluke. I just want to say that.
I mean, you don't win that many games, and it's a fluke.
That was a fluke. You actually kept. What's the man name that chooses gum all the time? Frank Martin. He was a hell of a coach. He took y'all to the Final Four.
He did.
Yeah. Then he kind of pissed some people off too because remember Jackpot where like people were upset because they could hear him cussing the players out and he kind of had to walk that back a little bit. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was too hyper. He was motherfucking the players and the old ladies in the stands were like, you shouldn't say that to them boys.
Well, to be fair, I mean, they got to be coached hard. I mean, that's all he was doing. I mean,
I'm not saying that. I mean, he won games wherever he was at. So, and all the players liked him, but he ran a hard ship though. We'll give him that.
Yeah. There's basketball doing good. South Carolina football still in the shits. They ain't been in the shit since Luke Holtz.
Octavia, why can't your coach for basketball not stop trying to fuck everyone, and then you've got a trainer that's sexually assaulting people too?
Wait. What was it? What did he say about Lou Holtz?
What were you talking about?
Y'all have not been good since Lou Holtz. Y'all had to have a good.
Not since Lou Holtz. What about that guy that's got a restaurant down there where you're at? So he wasn't no good here.
No, he was good here.
No, he won 11 games in a row. 11 games, 3 years in a row here. That's never been done here before.
His junior year, his last year at South Carolina was the best South Carolina team that I've seen in my life. And they were on par to play for a national championship. but had coaching issues at Tennessee. So this adage that, like, I'll take that team over any Holtz team, and that team wins by double digits. That's how good that team was. They were that good.
Oh yeah, definitely. Any of Holtz's teams at South Carolina?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, he would have. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not grabbing
The
at straws.
2013 team would have smoked even the 2001 and 2000 teams that beat Ohio State or whatever those 2 years.
Brian Brewer teams and all that. Yeah.
Well, those are the only two teams he had worth of shit. The rest of them have losing records, I think, except for the one that got in a fight. They may have been 6-5 or 6-6.
Well, remember, he had Corey Jenkins, who ended up being a linebacker / safety in the NFL, playing fucking quarterback for him because he just forgot to recruit a quarterback. So the Gamecock offense that year was run Corey Jenkins up the middle and hope he doesn't die.
He beat Clemson, didn't he?
I don't know if Corey Jenkins beat Clemson or not.
He did in 2001, I believe he did.
As a starting quarterback?
I think so.
I have to look on that. You might be right.
Yep.
But either way, he was
20
playing
to 15, I think it was.
He was playing out of position and ended up, still, doing well for them. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll still take that. Was the 2013 team with Clowney and all those guys and Connor Shaw and I mean that was a crazy good team.
Mike Davis,
all those.
That's
guys.
the one people never talk about him, but he was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
All right. Well, what else you got there?
No. I wish Carolina could get on par with the other basketball teams in the ACC.
They went to the tournament last year, sir.
Yeah, they went to the tournament.
Wait. Hold on, sir. Jackpot, correct me on this if I'm wrong. South Carolina's been to the Final Four. Like their last trip to the Final Four was. You haven't had a trip to the Final Four since then, if I remember correctly. So maybe Florida should get on par with
Florida
the SEC.
No. I think South Carolina's whole sports program needs to get on par with the SEC.
To the Final Four, Jackpot, was it 2018? What year was that? You remember,
What's
Jackpot?
that?
What year did South Carolina go to the Final Four? Do you remember?
2016, 2017 season.
Okay. Yeah, so Florida hasn't been to the Final Four since 2014. So for you to run your mouth about South Carolina needs to get on par, South Carolina's been to the Final Four in 2017. You haven't been there since 3 years before that. So
I think didn't we beat them to get? We beat them to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, you did. That's the one
Yeah.
where you.
Yeah. That's the video I made where I was saying something like, "I feel bad for them, but they've been there before. They've been
That's the one where you ran down the road and half your ass was hanging out.
yeah, that was a good day."
Yeah.
So there you go.
That was a terrible day.
Well, I mean, you haven't done
Lose
shit
to the
since.
same con-
How was your last Elite Eight performance was that year, and you haven't been shit since then.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what. So's own South Carolina, don't they?
what?
We own South Carolina in football and baseball.
Okay.
Baseball, I don't know about all that.
Look, Octavian, we had this
But then-
conversation. The only thing that you're valid in right now, as far as sports goes, is softball. You have a very good softball program that's consistently going to the College World Series for softball.
That's
Great.
pretty cool. That's something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, you should hang your hat on that because the other stuff you're just not very good at, sir. Yeah.
Y'all,
Alright, anything
y'all
else,
suck
Fox?
it. Y'all suck it here.
Those suck at
Tell
everything.
Schultz that South Carolina sucks, and tell Tiger Tiger Red Devil, man. Clemson is on the way to the national championship, man. They just gotta get, one good offensive player. But other than that, fuck Georgia, fuck South Carolina, and go get us.
All right, Octavian. I guess that's
All
a good way
right.
to get out of there.
Thank you. That was I don't know how I would have made it through my Sunday without that.
I know tomorrow morning when you get up at 3:00 in the morning to go and do what Jackpot does, you're going to have that nice warm feeling in the cockles of your heart because Octavian said your program sucks. Shit. All right. Anyway, Ben says, tell Octavian this might be the worst interview I've seen in the past 5 years on Jackpot's channel. Good for
Oh
you.
wow,
Good for you.
that was
Octavian just walks around humming this song. That's what he's thinking all the time.
he's always going out there setting records. How about this message? This chat from SEC Dog got auto deleted, and I hit the thing to see what it was that he typed. He said he must suck IDK. That got auto deleted.
I didn't do that. I don't know who did that. So
No, it's an auto deleted thing. So I mean, it's a YouTube thing. But what snowflake is running that fucking shit?
yeah,
Because I thought he had said he must suck dick, but then I looked closer and it says no, it's IDK. So I'm like, okay,
maybe the algorithm had that all together and it's not accepted.
how is that offensive? That's freaking ridiculous.
All right, let's
Well,
welcome
Eubank says Octavian gives me ear cancer. I've never heard of ear cancer.
Schultz. Welcome to the program.
Octavian makes most dumb people look like Elon Musk in comparison.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, he makes most dumb people look like Einstein in comparison. But anyway, for this national
Ben
championship
said, hold on
game,
just a second. Ben said he gave you a jersey in a parking lot of a Food Lion, Jackpot, for no
Yep.
other reason than being starstruck.
Yep, that's true. He did.
You still have the
And
jersey, Jackpot. You should hang it up.
Yeah, it wasn't but it might have been a month ago. Yeah, I sure
Okay.
do.
anyway, I really don't have a dog in this fight in the national championship game, but I think Ohio State wins
You're a
by at
Lincoln
least.
fan. You never have a dog in the fight for the national championship game. So there's that.
What do you mean? Sometimes I root for the SEC team.
Yeah, I know you're an SEC Simpleton. I got
Not
you.
really. I mean, I rooted
You
for
just
TCU against
said-
Georgia.
You just said I normally root for the SEC team. You're not helping yourself, sir. But anyway, go ahead.
Only SEC team I rooted for in the college football playoff final was who was Alabama when they played Clemson a couple of times. Other than that, no.
They put Jackpot in a hole. He couldn't I think in his heart he doesn't want Alabama winning everything because they keep.
But no, I think Notre Dame wins by. Ohio State wins by 2 possessions, and I don't know if it's gonna be a blowout or a close game, but I think they win by 2 possessions at least.
We'll see, buddy.
Anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight.
Thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. Schultz coming in there. And Vandy Danny says Notre Dame is getting too many points. Hope every SEC team loses every game other than Vanderbilt. Very good, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
You
want to bring Octavian back or not?
Sure.
All right. Octavian, back to the program.
What happened to Schultz, man? We need a Schultz 31. Where's the Ben dude that's been talking that, he said this is the worst interview. He got to be a South Carolina or a Georgia fan.
I mean, did you, brother, you can't handle this in the chat? You can't just say in the chat, who are you a fan of? You have to come on here so that you want to type that up, buddy? What's going on, man? That's how that works. Here, look, I'll show you how to do it. Hold on, watch. Ben, are you a Gamecock fan? All right, now look. Now Ben is going to see that, and then he can answer you. That's how the chat works, sir.
Yeah, South, by the way, I just want to put a record. South Carolina is a historically bad football team, and Florida has owned them all my life. You know, so I don't know what you've been watching, and this past season that you've been watching Gamecock football, y'all have been a delusion that Noah Sellers has been good, and Shane Beamer is the godsend of South Carolina football. I'm just gonna tell you this. Next season, when Oklahoma kick y'all Chiefs in by 50 points at Williams-Brice Stadium, then y'all hang your heads and you know y'all got that Gamecock that just hold his head down all the time and shake his head. That's what y'all gonna be doing.
Are you riding? You're riding Oklahoma nuts now.
Hey, Octavian, did you know that you're 8-6 against South Carolina since 2010? So in a 15-year stretch, you've won 8 games.
Exactly. When we came in the SEC in '92, that was right when Florida was starting their rise. Florida has been good. Florida had really good teams for 2 decades, from the beginning of the '90s all the way through about 2009. They had really good teams most years, except for like the Ron Zook years. Other than that, any other time in their history, haven't been worth a shit. I mean, those are just facts. They, for some reason, they put themselves up on some elite pedestal that they're just this close. They're just that close to getting back to those damn glory days. Everybody, all these people in the media, they put them up on this pedestal like, Florida 6-6. Oh, that's not going to sit very well in Gainesville. Oh, they expect to be better than that. No. That's what they've historically been. I mean, that's just their normal year. They're just getting back to what they've always been.
Anyway, there's that.
Florida good when Spurrier was the quarterback. I don't know. I expect probably.
Probably. Vandy Dandy says, I'd accept a killer and felons on Vandy if it had won a national title. Well, you did lead the conference in rape charges one year when James Franklin was there, and you won a bowl game, so good for you.
That's kind of hard to believe.
It's true. That statement is well. You're surprised that they beat out Georgia for the rape charges, or what are you surprised?
Yeah, well, kind of that, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem to track with the culture of Vanderbilt. But
what is the culture of Vanderbilt? Anchor down. Do they
it's like you don't expect to see that come from there.
Well, they did lead the conference in rape charges that year. Normally that's left to, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. And Tennessee was in the mix one year too. But
Tennessee had some rape charges
at one point. Yeah.
I think John Hopeful's kind of cleaned the program up a little bit. Yeah, not only is he good at cleaning out the cupboard, he's good at cleaning out the trash from your program. Cleaning up the trash from your program and that.
All right. Well,
I can't believe the Raven Birds lost like that. That's damn.
But did you go with the Ravens tonight or what?
I mean, I thought they would win this game.
Yeah,
I really did. And Derrick Henry, there's your reason. That's why they lost. I mean, he wasn't able to run the damn ball tonight. 84 yards on 16 carries that's not your typical Derrick Henry night.
Well, the commentator said, "Hey, if he runs for 90 yards, they're perfect when he runs for 90 yards." But apparently, he didn't get it tonight. 84 yards.
He ran for like 200 when they played back in September.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, just absolutely just destroyed them.
What's the story, Rob Sanders, about a South Carolina having sexual intercourse with students? Oh, I think he's talking about what I said the other night about you have coaches that have actually fucked the players. That was back in, what was her name, Jackpot? That
I think it was Pam Parsons.
Pam Parsons, that's right. And my good friend, rest his soul, Dave McDougal, was hired as a private investigator to
It's been so long ago, people were dead that were involved in the situation.
But he asked, so I'm telling him what the story is, Jackpot. So he did the interviews and all that stuff with Pam Parsons and everything else, and he was actually quoted in the Sports Illustrated story when they came out with it, and it was Pam Parsons recruited this player and was having sex with her. And this is like in what year? What was Pam Parsons?
Like 81 or something, maybe?
Yeah, and it was long before, people were talking about lesbians and everything else. And this
I know. And back in 1981, they were slinging some Harry Bush around.
Well, look, the crazy thing here.
I wonder if they had that purple dildo that got thrown on the field at that Auburn game, or if that was probably just a regular flesh colored one back then. They probably didn't have all that wild stuff back in 81.
So from the Sports Illustrated vault, Jill Lieber put the stuff out there. Let's see here. The lady, since her departure, the Gamecocks have lost 6 of 11 games to fall out of the top 10. They were really good, and then all of a sudden they weren't. They were 7-0, number 2 in the country, and then openly talking about embellishing your already successful all-time storming career with a national championship, having resigned last month under initial mysterious and still troubling circumstances. But what ended up happening was, I didn't know this. She went to Brigham Young and was a self-styled pioneer of women's sports who described herself as a simple little redhead, left-handed, pigeon-toed girl from Utah. That's what she called herself.
Who was this?
That's what Pam Parsons described herself as.
A pigeon-toed girl from Utah?
That's the quote from Sports Illustrated, sir. I didn't write it. She said, quote, in women's sports, they want women they can mold, women who can roll over and die, and I won't die. In men's basketball, they want coaches who can produce. So anyway, she was having sex with one of her players. That's why I was goofing on the Gamecock fan there about, look, you've had coaches that have fucked the players because technically they did.
Matt Shaw says no trimming allowed. No, this was 1981, sir. No, they didn't shave their hoo-ha back in 1981. You never looked at any vintage porn? Just go type vintage porn into your Google browser and you'll be amazed at what comes up.
Yeah. So I think it was 1981. I'm trying to get the exact date on it here, but because the doesn't. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out the exact date on it. Hold on there. But
Matt says, I like Caitlin Clark's energy for the WNBA. What's the panel's opinion on her? But I like Caitlin Clark. I think she's a hell of a player.
She can play.
Oh yeah, she got her ass handed to her by my Gamecocks last spring. But other than that,
well, a lot of people don't take into account that Don Staley had. I can't remember which player it was. Gamecock Chuck can help with this, but they put this one player on her at one segment of the game, and Caitlin Clark didn't get shit. That young lady lived in her jersey and was like, nope, you're not getting nothing. And she didn't get shit there for a little bit.
Was that
hell of a move by Don Staley? Was it Malone? I can't remember her name.
Full Wiley?
Yeah, Full Whaley. Full Whaley ended up guarding her, and Clark couldn't do nothing. I mean, nothing with that when Full Whaley was on her. But I mean, they had a couple. They showed a couple segments of it. And she's literally stretched out like this with her arms out, and she's right up in her face, but she's not fouling her. I mean, she was a hell of a player on that. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you got that's good coaching there. I mean, that's why they pay Don Staley those big bucks.
Yeah.
Gamecock Chuck said he thought it was Raven.
It may have been, but you understand what I'm going at with that Gamecock Chuck. Don Staley made an adjustment. Whoever she put on her was light. I mean, Clark didn't do shit in that game. So anyway, there's that. All right. Well, we're going to have our live show tomorrow night during the national championship game. You got to show up with that. And
yeah, it's going to be a good one. Man, yeah. So I've already put my pick in for that game. I've already submitted my my spread pick and my final points prediction. I actually have a final score prediction, and just got my fingers crossed they come through for me, because I have a feeling that the other two people that are in this thing with me are going to pick Ohio State. So I got to veer from the norm. So
we'll see.
Notre Dame. I just have a feeling, because everybody's picking Ohio State. That's the way the public's going. So I have a feeling that if Notre Dame can keep it within that number, I'll have a sweep on that and not even need that tiebreaker. But
hold on, let me look. Let's look at this. Hold on just a second, Jackpot. Let's see where it'll tell us the percentage on where the money is. Let's see what it is.
It was 55% of it was coming in on Ohio State earlier, but
it's at 68% now on the one website. 68% flowing to Ohio State. So to cover the 8.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Exactly.
Wayne says Ohio State is going to win it, buddy. Of course. The Tennessee man chimes in with that. Hey, just because they beat your team doesn't mean they're going to beat this one. No, I do think they're going to win it, seriously, but I don't think that they're going to blow them out.
Jerry says, what are y'all eating for the game? My wife is making like this it's like a spicy cabbage tomorrow. That's what we're having.
Oh, good Lord.
It's good. It's like a cabbage, and it's got like andouille sausage in it. It's really good. So that's what I'm gonna have.
Lord, I hope nobody's standing downwind to you later on.
Jesus.
You're gonna be farting up that damn house.
Well, that's all right. We'll blow it out. We're gonna warm this house with natural heat for the
cold snap that's coming through. Yeah, it's tomorrow morning. At 7 o'clock tomorrow morning up here, it's supposed to be 20 degrees. 20 degrees, 20. It was 50-something degrees out here today. It was warm. I was in shorts and a T-shirt up at our clubhouse painting the top of my truck. Yeah. Well, I wasn't painting it. I was putting some
sealant.
It's like some coating that you put on top of an RV or a trailer to seal it up, to seal up cracks in it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Utz truck. Yeah, it's got a couple of leaks, like on the sidewall of it, and some rainwater's getting in there on my chips. So we ordered this stuff on Amazon and trying to seal that thing up.
Matt says it's got like an andouille sausage. That's the meat in it. Peckerhead says Beamer owns the state on the field and in recruiting. Okay.
Will says, how am I going to survive Pennsylvania winters? Called a jacket, I guess. Fire.
Well, Jackpot's half Yankee. He'll be fine. Octavian believes Aaron Hernandez is innocent. Thank you, Ben.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, it's been a fun show.
He might be that delusional.
He might be. He might be. All right. So we will be back at it tomorrow night for the national championship game. About 7:30. I think we're going to start, Jackpot. And then
7:30. Yes, game's at 7:30, and I'm glad. I'm so glad that they have those on at 7:30 now. I remember the one some Clemson played in. Well, especially in the 2016 one, I remember because I stayed up all night for it because I was hoping you motherfuckers would lose. And they didn't start that damn thing till like 9. It was after 9 o'clock when they kicked off that thing. I'm like, my God, this is ridiculous. You know, it's just ridiculous to me to play them on Mondays anyway. Why don't they play them on Saturday? College football is played on Saturday. I can understand with the TV and stuff like that, with the playoff games and you having to play them all on the same weekend. I can understand having something on Friday or whatever. That's cool. Or Thursday, like we did with the Notre Dame. When was the Notre Dame? It was pushed back a day. Was it supposed to be on Thursday?
They pushed it. It was supposed to be whatever it was. They ended up playing it a day later.
It was supposed to be on Wednesday, wasn't it? On Wednesday night, and it was pushed back to Thursday at 4. Yeah, now I'm cool with that too, because I mean that's during the holidays, and I can get all that. But I mean, this far outside of the season, they should play that on Saturday. Oh, they don't want to compete with the NFL. Well, fuck the NFL. I mean, you know, college football is going to get some eyeballs on it. I don't know, man. That's just me. Why can't the NFL move their shit to Monday? They play games on Mondays. It's a normal thing. You know, college football does not.
Yeah.
Well, the Gamecocks, I was looking to see how much their tickets were for the Gamecocks versus Virginia Tech. I don't know if that's Chick-fil-A kickoff. I don't know what it is. The Sunday night game. And these tickets are going for well over $150 a piece right now. For a game in August and it's January, I'm like, no, that'll be a hard pass for me on that. I'm not paying that kind of money to see South Carolina.
For an opening game, the beginning of the season, that's crazy.
That's kind of steep. It really is. I mean, and Virginia Tech is. I mean, hell, Virginia Tech had a losing record. I mean, that's kind of silly to me. And hell, I mean, I paid like just a little bit over $100 each for the tickets to Alabama game. I can understand that. Alabama sells out all their games, or all their conference games anyway. I get that, but for that, no.
I just pulled it up on was it the Game Time site? If you look at it on just the Game Time site here, like I was kind of shocked by this because the cheapest ticket is like $206.
That's ridiculous.
This one's $700 if you want to sit down on the 20.
You're kidding me.
Jesus.
It's been a long time since South Carolina's played in Atlanta.
216. Yeah, the last time you played in Atlanta was when Florida State beat that ass. That was the last time. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to go watch the Gamecocks play, that's how much it costs. My son wants to go to a basketball game. So
Sometimes never played in that stadium before.
What's that? Yeah,
We've never played that stadium before.
In the old Georgia Dome, right? That's where you guys played. Yeah.
Yeah, we played in the Georgia Dome.
Let's look at the national championship game tickets. If you wanted to go to the national championship game, your cheapest ticket is $1,570.
You ever go to any games in the Georgia Dome, Rob?
Yeah, I went to the Peach Bowl when we beat the fuck out of Tennessee. I went to that game.
I would have liked to have gone to the WCW Monday Nitro they had there when Goldberg beat Hulk Hogan.
I would have liked to do that too.
But who would have known at that time? Like I didn't even know they were having it there or whatever. But I would have been here for that. No, I went to a Clemson Bowl game there in '96.
Was that the Kentucky game?
No, they played LSU.
Oh, that's right.
They played LSU and lost. That was the worst that was the fucking worst football game I've ever been to in my life. Me and my friend Matthew Harris, who's a radio personality up here in the upstate on 93.3 The Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he and I went to that game together, and Senator Strom Thurmond was there. And we ran into him after the game, like in the tunnel up underneath the stadium as we were leaving. And Matthew spoke to him. He reckoned, I'm like, he said, that's Strom Thurmond. I'm like, okay, well, fuck, okay, go talk to him then. And he did. And I think the score was like 10-7, maybe. It was awful.
Yeah.
Just nobody could move the ball. Nobody could move the ball at all. It was bad. I think your buddy Nealon Green was a quarterback at the time.
Old turf toe.
Yeah.
I'm taking my kid to see the Gamecocks play Texas A&M on the 1st, and it says I can get tickets for $4. So that's what we're gonna buy is the $4 tickets.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I mean I'm not mocking. It's right there. $4 tickets right there.
That's what happens when you suck. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to go see them play Texas. I think that's on February 22nd.
Yeah. Anyway, so I would take him up to Clemson to see a game, but this is like the first time that he's wanted to go to a game, and I don't know how he's going to react to all of that. So we'll just be like, all right, we'll spend the $8 and go downtown, and if he loves it, then we'll take him up to Clemson and let him see a game there. But
if he doesn't feel like being around a bunch of people, you could definitely take him to a Carolina game and sit up there in the upper level because I'm sure you could probably have a whole damn section to yourself.
Well, to be fair, South Carolina, I mean, you can hold 18,000 people in that arena.
Yeah, and I was there last year a couple of times, and we had 18,000 in there.
But it's built for concerts, and they have Monster Jam in that damn thing. Whereas if you go to Cameron Indoor or Little John or, that they're 9,000's the tops there. I mean, it's built for basketball, but it's a hell of an arena when it's full of people. But if it's not full, it's a fucking – I mean, you look up and see tons and tons of black seats up there with nobody in them. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking him to that. We'll see how that goes. All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you later on.
All right, y'all.